Hey guys, just Matt here. Normal camera has failed to switch on, so just wanted to quickly shoot this video. Actually, it's probably better without me in it. About this catching rabbits thing I said about earlier. One of the things that we've been talking about recently with our clients is just about like not trying to hunt down everything at once. So just trying to catch one rabbit at a time. So when we sort of like look at this in terms of our nutrition, we're talking about just making small changes, but consistently making those positive changes. Often, you know, if you think about like we use the stress bucket analogy, there's always enough stress in Western society without making massive radical changes, even if they are really healthy, straight off the back. So we think that the best way for us to do this in most cases is to just do one thing at a time. So keep it simple and don't stress, really the three main things when it comes to nutrition. And I've been thinking about this in terms of my own habits recently, in terms of my breakfast. So I wanted to go through with you how I've been implementing this week off the back of actually just a little kick up the bum from a guy who I've been studying with recently. So just quickly before we go any further, I've got to just clear this up about the whole low carb or no carb diet. It is absolutely ludicrous to not eat carbohydrates of any description. Okay, carbohydrates, admittedly, they come in all sorts of forms and they're often produced cheaply processed. Obviously, you don't want those. I mean, it's insane to be eating breakfast cereals when we know what they do and what's in them these days. There are far better options for that. So in terms of the chemistry and how it works with your body, now the brain, okay, is all geared up, okay, in the morning, okay, to be receptive for glucose as a fuel. So what we're going to try and do is minimise the stress on the brain by depriving it of glucose. One of the things you'll find is that people who go on low carbohydrate diets, and I hate the word diet as well because it means there's a start and an end point. There is no start and end point with this. It's a nutritional plan. You know, the way you eat is a lifestyle. Okay, so forget the word diet for now. Stick with nutritional plan. Going back to the brain, the cortisol levels are highest in the morning. That's our stress hormone. If you then go and deprive your brain of glucose, guess what's going to happen? Stress hormone levels go up even more. Okay, and then we end up in a position where we are basically optimal and become very, very good at storing fat. And you know, no matter whether your goal is vanity or performance, that is definitely not what we want. So my nutrition this week got a little kick up the bum. My nutrition was fairly good, to be honest with you, in terms of what I was eating in the morning, pretty good. But one of the nasty habits I slipped into was eating pretty much the same foods, even if it was in a different sort of format, most mornings. So what I've done this week is I've actually gone on a 4-day rotation. So on Monday morning I soaked some porridge oats in goat's milk, and I had that with some manuka honey, which has absolutely excellent antibacterial benefits within it. Also some cinnamon. Cinnamon's really good at regulating blood sugar levels. I smashed in some berries, blueberries this time. They are full of nitric oxide, which is a vasodilator, so it helps to reduce blood pressure, as they're also antioxidants. So if you're training, they're vital. Okay, to be honest with you, they're vital at any stage. We produce antioxidants all the time, basically as a byproduct of metabolism. So, and I also popped in a couple of eggs for protein because I believe that, you know, we should get protein in most breakfasts to avoid those cravings late afternoon. Next day I went with salmon, brown rice and spinach. I actually kept the spinach raw. The spinach was raw because I wanted to increase the number of live enzymes that are in the food. Okay, you'll notice that we cook a lot of our food and that often destroys some of those live enzymes, which are really, really good at helping to repair. So I kept the spinach raw both on Tuesday and Wednesday. The only thing I did on Wednesday slightly differently was I used turkey, and I actually had some cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper is awesome with that turkey because cayenne pepper has magnesium in it. So magnesium is as you know, is a massive source, or a massive mineral source for relaxation of the muscles, and also it aids with repair. So that was why that was in there. Watercress got popped in there as well. Watercress is highly potent in terms of its fat burning potential because it has some anti-estrogenic properties in it. so it helps us to burn body fat as well. Thursday I went for my favourite banana omelette, and again I popped in. So in that there was 1 banana, 3 eggs, some oats to help help with the slow release carbohydrates as well, and also some cinnamon again to help regulate the blood sugar levels and keep that nice and level. And then Friday this morning was the same as Monday, so I went with the porridge oats soaked in the goat's milk. I actually had some goat's yogurt with that this morning as well. And I didn't go with eggs this morning. I actually went with salmon, smoked salmon this morning. So just on the side, basically, just had that there. So I had everything that's on Monday apart from the 2 eggs, and I popped in some goat's milk and goat's yogurt. Goat's yogurt, by the way, milk is an excellent source of vitamin K2, which you can't get from any other thing other than dairy products. And dairy is not much good to us in terms of the way we can get it anyway. If we were drinking raw milk, then maybe it would be okay. But anyway, so that's just a little bit about my nutrition this week, but not so much about me, just more about just to give you a bit of an idea about the rabbit that I've caught this week. Just been focusing on my breakfast. It's the most, the age-old saying it's the most important meal of the day. That still stands true. Make sure you get your breakfast right. Stop eating cereal, it's insane. Okay, start eating some carbohydrates at that time in the morning. Okay, and you'll start to feel a lot better during the day. Okay, have a great week. I may be even back next week with another rabbit. Take care. Bye bye.